know this has been a very long week, an eventful week, and rich week as well. My intention to have actually translation, but these boxes were supposed to be different languages. I'm not sure if maybe if Tom can have it in his. Maybe while Tom is doing this, so I don't take too much time, I'll maybe go over some. Here you go. Thank you. I was trying to have it in different languages so everybody can be engaged. It's going to be a short one. I know you're tired, so we're going to go through it. Really quickly, I know Ramon talked about the ABCs on Monday. Always seek, bow to Him, complete surrender. Then Mark talked about relationships and preparing for our relationship with Jesus on Tuesday. George talked yesterday about the two extremes, St. Mary of Bethany and her love to Jesus, and Judas, envy and greed, yesterday. I'm going to try to build on these for today's sermon or talk. It's probably early in Pascha this morning, we established communion, the washing of disciples' feet, and the betrayal. I try to, as much as I can, translate this into 4 different languages so everybody get engaged and we can go through this rather together than just me alone. So often we think about this events on the physical suffering of Jesus. But today I wanted to focus on the emotional suffering of Jesus and what can we learn from it ourselves. As the reading was saying, when he was praying in Gethsemane and he was sweating blood, I can only imagine like what is he going through. So all this, I probably can't even imagine what he was going through. Especially that the hurt came from the closest people to him. 2 of his disciples, one denied him, one betrayed him. This is too much. In like 3.5 years, they've been eating together, talking together, traveling together, walking together, and 2 of the closest betrayed him and denied him. I think it's just too much. And the rest of the disciples were distracted. Who's better? Am I better or you're better? And he was going probably through all the suffering, going to his death alone. I know some of the slides are going to get busy because of the translation, but maybe you can just focus on the one you can read. But this also reminds us of all the emotional stress that Jesus was going through, about our own emotional health and or mental health. So I want to take us into that journey about mental health and how can we be in that state, which will help us and support us through our spiritual journey as well. We learned from today's readings about the submission. We also learned about how can maybe Jesus felt through that experience, how anxious he was, and we probably feel the same way. I have seen a lot of students here probably anxious about exams and things like that. So I want to talk about maybe loneliness as well, feeling lonely. All of these, I think, things can probably impact how we feel, and if we're very in tune with our emotion, we might not miss living or miss being even able to be spiritual in our lives. From the I'm going to jump into it because I think it's just it's something that I have learned from work, that I wanted to bring the learning that I've had in banking and actually in corporate America in general to our lives here. But before I do, is the translation for people that reading this translation, is it accurate or it's way off? Can you even read it? I used AI to do this, so I was hoping I was hoping to see if you guys even can read it. Hopefully it's accurate. So I'm getting into like maybe our emotion and how can we even know that there's something that we have that maybe is impacting us. One thing that I learned, or at least my job, is about risk management. We have like a methodology or framework of how to understand if there's a risk, how to mitigate the risk, how to control the risk, how to close the risk. Skandar actually had the same talk with the youth maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I borrowed that idea, and I'm using Jesus' emotion from today and our emotion, and how can we help ourselves to take us to the next level. This is it's a methodology is known in corporate America in general, especially in insurance business, in banking, in brokerage. We all use it. It's very known methodology. It's been on for about 20 plus years. It's been very famous. It's first is to identify what's bothering you. And that's probably the first thing that we need to do. If you don't identify it, you're not going to be able to solve it. And then you have to figure out whether that is it like, do you have like a discomfort, do you have sadness, fatigue, emptiness, loneliness? These are all signs that there is some issue or there's something that is bothering you. I use it myself. Then we have to assess, why is it coming from? Maybe it's a loss of somebody that you love that maybe caused it for you. Maybe it's guilt. Maybe it's from certain people around you that make you feel that way. From certain failure in your life, you feel that way. So you have to identify it, and you have to assess what is causing it for you. And then you start managing it. Once you manage it, you need to understand why it's happening. You need to figure out, is there any way I can control it? If we can't control it, can you avoid it? So that's what we do in real life in banking, but that's what we can also do in our emotional life. Then we monitor this. Is it getting better? Is it getting worse? If it's getting better, then I think we're on the right track. If it's getting worse, then we need to reassess again what is happening, and then we can go back and see if there's a different solution. At the end, then you either mitigate it and reduce that, what's causing it, or you have to accept it, and you're going to have to live with it. At any rate, you have to identify it first. So this is what we use in the industry, in banking, in brokerage, in insurance, in a lot of different companies. It's been very known, and it's been working. So I wanted to borrow that methodology in managing risk, and I want to call it, it's actually managing our emotional health, because it's important that we do. And if we do, we're going to be able to be successful in our lives and also in our spiritual life. So as I promised, it's quick and easy and fast. And I just wanted this to be like a reminder for all of us that be vigilant with your emotional health, because it does have an impact on you spiritually and also physically. You can definitely seek help, whether that from Father of Confession or from a close friend or that you trust, or a family member, or actually professional help, like in that field. So you have to get, and we also, in banking, we also hire people from outside, consultant, to understand what it is that we're facing.
And of course, the sooner the better, because as you said, sometimes it's not sometimes, as you said, it's all the time. It's impact us,
Yes.
how we live, and it's beautiful. The points. Thank you.
Cool. Tom, do you have questions?
Can you go back to the risk slide?
This one?
So I was thinking about the split of mitigating reflect on both were suffering emotionally,
Yeah.
but had different management of their risk.
Yeah, sometimes if you can't mitigate it, you're gonna have to accept it, and you're never gonna be able to eliminate it. Risk is gonna exist. We live in this life. We're gonna have some stresses and emotional. You just have to want to manage it, not to overcome you, because if it overcomes you, and especially after COVID, I feel that anxiety have went up a lot after COVID. So it's very important to manage it as much as we can and seek help if we can't manage it.